You are listening to the Pinax Report.
Pinax Report. Pinax Report.
The Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
Live only on Pinax TV.
Very warm welcome to all our viewers on Pinax TV. Coming up today, Julius Malema, the leader of economic freedom fighters in South Africa, has reacted to U.S. President Donald Trump's reaction after Cyril Ramaphosa's visit to the White House some days ago, and then he has said that there is no way President Donald Trump can intimidate him following what happened at the White House. We have our brother Chris here. He has more information on this particular issue. Chris, a very warm welcome to the studios.
Thank you very much.
So recently we saw Cyril Ramaphosa in the White House with President Donald Trump. There was an incident that took place, and a lot of people started talking about it, that Cyril Ramaphosa has been ambushed by President Donald Trump. Today we have Julius Malema, who is the opposition party leader in South Africa, reacting to the issue. What is he saying about it?
Well, he was speaking on the fact that, just as you mentioned, he wouldn't allow himself to be, humiliated like the way Donald Trump humiliated Cyril Ramaphosa.
Okay.
And the fact that he was trying to push it to him that the whites are being intimidated in South Africa.
Okay.
It is nothing like that, and that even the blacks, when we say farmers are not only whites. The blacks are also farmers, citing the fact that even Ramaphosa, the president himself, is also a farmer. So when they talk about the fact that they are seizing lands and all that, you should let him know that, this is not what is happening.
Okay.
Because when we talk about farmers, yes, it happens to everybody. The president has passed the law, which is yet to be signed, that they will seize lands from, citizens without compensation.
Okay.
And this wouldn't apply to only the whites. It can also be applied to the blacks as well. So if it was him at the White House, he wouldn't sit down for President Trump to say all these things to him without giving him a very good answer.
Okay. And looking at it, we are saying that his speech also attacked his president, that's Cyril Ramaphosa. And what was Cyril's share of this whole speech? Did he talk about anything about Cyril Ramaphosa being so quiet and sitting down to watch Donald Trump act that way towards him?
Yes. So with the fact that Julius Malema made a lot of speeches, and there was this song that he was singing, an apartheid song that he was singing, and he was trying to reflect on the fact that you can't side with just the whites.
Okay.
Trying to make it look as if you are treating only the whites very well in front of Donald Trump.
Okay.
Yes, there are so many criminal activities going on in South Africa, which they are yet to address. But it is not happening to just the whites. It's something that cuts across, happening to the whites, happening to the blacks as well. So, he emphasized on the fact that the president should have been bold enough to tell him that, he's been intimidated, and all the things that Donald Trump is saying is not true. And citing the fact that this is still political influence, because it looks as if the president was there. And he even mentioned the fact that the president was there and he was shaking.
So that's him being a coward.
Trying to say the president is a coward. South Africa is having a president that is a coward and he can't speak just because he's in the White House. Donald Trump has that kind of, he's been doing that. He did that to Ukraine's President Zelensky. He did the same thing to him.
Yeah.
He started from the fact that, is this the way you dress? He talked about the way he's dressed. So he has that tendency to humiliate you when you are in that Oval Room. Yes.
Wow.
So, Malema was trying to say that, you don't have to be this coward in front of another president. A president being coward in front of another president.
So, like Chris said, Julius Malema was actually singing more like a protest song. I see it to be a protest song because killing the Boo idea is not a small thing. Let's go and take a quick watch at the video of Julius Malema.
The only organization that is hated by imperialists is the EFF. I will never be intimidated by America. I will never be intimidated by Donald Trump. They were speaking about me in that meeting at White House. If they were not gossiping about me, they should have called me into that meeting. I would have answered everything that Donald Trump wanted from us. Banchaba ba seba ka nna batho ba baholo ka dikhoneng ba tšea transport ba ya ko America ba yo bua ka nna selege. If they are not scared of me, call me into that meeting. That nonsense that Trump did in America, he will never do that nonsense in my presence, because I will confront him here and there with the facts. Ramaphosa could not present the facts in front of Donald Trump. You've got a coward president. He left here. Ariana, he won't be bullied. When he arrived there, he was shaking. Atatazela, achaba Donald Trump, another president scared of another president. Donald Trump said to him, when you say farmers, you mean white people. He kept quiet. Farmers do not mean white people. They are black farmers. They are white farmers. Ramaphosa is a farmer himself. He should have said to Donald Trump, no, farmers are not white. I'm a farmer myself. I am not white. Why didn't he present that simple fact before Donald Trump? Why didn't he say, there are so many people killed in South Africa, and majority of them are blacks. There is no white genocide in South Africa. Bammonchatsila with crosses. He opens his eyes in shock. I know South Africa with my eyes closed. He's unable to tell Donald Trump that is not a picture of South Africa. This picture does not belong to us. We don't have mass graves of white people in South Africa. Comrades, Donald Trump says to him, hey Ramaphosa, why are you not arresting this Julius Malema? Why is this Julius Malema not in jail? He can't respond with a simple fact that this song killed by threat of violence. I'm not going to be silenced by threat of death. When you say don't jail him, Ramaphosa should have said, in South Africa we don't jail people like that. There are courts in South Africa, and the courts have said there is nothing wrong with this song. This is not my song. I did not compose this song. I found this song. The struggle heroes composed this song. All I'm doing is to defend the legacy of our struggle. This is a heritage of our struggle. This is the song that was sang by Peter Mokaba in the presence of Chris Hani, in the presence of Winnie Mandela. And therefore, I will never stop singing a song that Winnie Mandela sang before she died. That will be a betrayal to the struggle of our people. Comrades, when they say stop singing, kill the poor, kill the farmer, they are going to say to you, stop demanding the land. Because you are offending white people, don't talk about the land. When you stop the land, they say black people must go back to Bantu education. There must be African schools. When you say no, they say no, that is not allowed. Today, a tender is given in White House without advertisement, where Rupert stands up and says, why is Elon Musk, Starlink, not given an opportunity in South Africa? Elon Musk's business cannot come to South Africa if it's not compliant with 30% BEE. What he did, Ramaphosa, after they asked him that, the following day, they issue out that They want to relax the PEE deals so that this Starlink can come into South Africa. There is no such a law in South Africa. That Starlink will not come into South Africa if it's not compliant with the PEE. We are not saying 30% must go to one individual. That 30% must go to black people, as many as possible, because we want to benefit from our own economy. Comrades, we must never be dictated to by business. I long told you, South Africa, that we are captured by Ruperts, that our country is run by Ruperts. How can a minister of international relations sit in a meeting? Oh, Malema. Mara no is a good boy. Is a what is your problem? The whole Minister of International Relations goes and sits in a meeting that deals with international issues outside the country and never uttered a word. But businessmen, the golf players are speaking, but you, the politician, who's supposed to speak on those matters, you are quiet. Why do you still want to earn a salary after being quiet? Why can't we give this salary to those white people? Because they are the ones who are speaking there. All white people who were in that house from South Africa, all of them spoke. All of them, including John Steenhuisen. What gave them the ticket to speak on behalf of our country? It was their color.